everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Wednesday, April 12th, 2017. Before we begin today, I would just like to give a shout out to one of our viewers, Bobincat. It's his birthday today, and if we could all go down to the comment section and wish him a happy birthday, I'm sure he would really appreciate it. Well, let's get into the news today, and there is absolutely no shortage of it, starting with a free game for everyone because Humble Bundle is giving away Galactic Civilizations 3. All you have to do is enter your email, and it's yours for good. In release announcements, Nintendo is going to offer a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle, at least according to a leak from Nintendo Russia. If you wanted to try out Prey, a demo is coming soon to PS4 and Xbox One on April 27th, and the game fully releases on May 5th. Square has plans to release the original Neir game to Europe, but no release information was detailed. The first expansion for Offworld Trading Company has been announced called Jupiter's Forge, which will bring new buildings, a new resource, environmental storms, and black market events. It's set to release sometime later this spring. Nioh is getting its first paid DLC on May 2nd called Dragon of the North and will cost $24.99 US dollars, €24.99 euros, or 19.99 British pounds. It's going to add a new weapon, some new armor, and new magic and ninja abilities. And then I saved the best for last because the game studio Squatchtendo is going to put out a VR Rick and Morty game on April 20th, which will cost $29.99 US dollars, or your regional equivalent. Starting with update news, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has been updated to version 1.1.2, which carries the patch notes made for a more pleasant gaming experience. Except what it did was make arrows harder to get because you can no longer farm them infinitely from enemies. You used to be able to just avoid their shots or stay just outside of their range and then collect as many arrows as you want, but now they start automatically disappearing after about 20. The weapon system for that game is such a pain in the ass. Speaking of which, the newest update to Overwatch, which brought the Uprising arcade mode to the game, has broken some other features. This includes 3v3 elimination matches, the Capture the Flag arcade mode, leaderboards, and custom game saves. Blizzard currently has no date for when these issues will be resolved. A little bit more on Overwatch coming up later. Ghost Recon Wildlands has been updated to version 1.05 for PS4 and Xbox One today with a huge list of patch notes, which you can find a link to in the description down below. The PC patch is due out Friday. Joining Nintendo in being brief with their update notes is Sony with a firmware update for the PS4 version 4.55. All that says is system software update improves the quality of system performance. Our last update is for AMD Crimson, which has brought new drivers, version 17.4.2, so please update if you have an AMD graphics card. Here's one that's not going to end well because Microsoft has once again decided to try cross-platform competitive play between console and PC, with Gears of War 4 coming sometime in the next few months. They had previously tried this with a game called Shadowrun, and it did not end well because PC players were beating console players most of the time. Yet another countdown timer has started, but this one for the indie game The Long Dark. I have owned the game for quite some time now, and the story mode has yet to be included. Many are suspecting that this is exactly the feature that is coming, but we shall know in about 3 weeks. The next goal for the global mission for trainers playing Pokemon Sun and Moon has been given, and they must collect Pokebeans. No word yet on exactly how many, but the event kicks off on April 25th. Here's Platinum Games saying something I can definitely get behind. They claim that if it were up to them, they would have all of their games ported to PC. They say they aren't able to accomplish this due to different publishing deals. How would you feel if all games made it to the PC eventually? What do you think of exclusive games? My attitude is our hobby would be better off if they were gone for good, and more people playing more games is better for all of us. Yes, I do understand the need and the situation involving first-party exclusives, so I see those as a necessary evil, but I only say that for lack of a better phrase. I don't actually think that exclusive games are evil, just bad for consumers. Back to the Overwatch news, Blizzard's Jeff Kaplan made some statements recently that he does not believe smurfing is a problem for Overwatch. Not these little blue... No, these little blue guys, there you go. A smurf or smurfing in the video game sense is when a top tier player buys a brand new account so they're able to play with lower ranked players. It allows them to play casually and it won't affect the stats of their main account, and it allows them to reign supreme over other players. Kaplan believes that the players who choose to do this won't be in the lower ranks for long, as their matchmaking system will pick up on their playstyle and place them against other evenly matched players within a few games. What do you think? Have you had a problem with smurfs in Overwatch, or other games, or do you think it's not a problem? Personally, I don't have a problem with it, and I think it's one of those times when the get good mentality should be applied. What the hell else do we have today? How about some of the first images of the Xbox One Scorpio development kit? It kind of looks a lot like a VCR from when I was a kid, but of course, dev kits usually look nothing like the production model and have extra external features for additional interfaces. In other Xbox hardware news, there are reports that Microsoft had plans to release a better console of sorts in 2016, one more powerful than the Xbox One S, but ended up canceling those plans in favor of the supposedly more powerful Xbox Scorpio. This would have been right around the time when Phil Spencer was saying that Microsoft didn't have any mid-generation console plans because the company didn't believe in small incremental upgrades. Does anyone else remember that? Because I remember that. So, what was that all about going on last year then? And then finally today, I have to start this by saying that this video is for educational purposes, as well as criticism and commentary, which is clearly considered fair use, so don't go filing any claims. It's not me who leaked the damn thing! A trailer has leaked for Star Wars Battlefront 2, also known as Star Wars Battlefront 4, because EA has no idea how the fuck to count. In the trailer, we see the Death Star exploding, Rey and Kylo Ren from Episode 7, TIE fighters, lightsabers, everything we would expect to see in a Star Wars game. Now, the reason why I started this story off this way is because EA is filing DMCA claims against people reposting the video in its entirety. Hopefully I don't get hit because I talked over it the whole time and I didn't show the whole thing. EA, don't claim it! Now, the fact that they're doing this in the first place leads me to believe that this is not an official leak and they really don't want this out yet. What we do know about the game is it will feature a full-length single-player campaign mode, something that many people who played the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 had complained was missing from 2015's Star Wars Battlefront. Do you see? This is exactly the same problem I'm having with Nvidia's naming scheme lately, but Battlefront didn't cost $1,200. The visuals look very impressive, and while it's all pre-rendered, so it should all be taken with a grain of salt, it's very nice to see that they didn't take a step backwards. What do you think of the trailer? Do you think EA is going to officially announce it tomorrow? Let me know in the comment section down below. These are the droids we're looking for. These are tomorrow's game releases. For PC, Ready for Takeoff, A320 Simulator, The Wild Eternal, Mr. Shifty, The Ruins, VR Escape the Room, Solarite, Egg Hunt VR, Conran, the Dinky Raccoon, Star Story, The Horizon Escape, Twist of Destiny, Steampunk Syndicate, and Aquila Bird Flight Simulator. For PlayStation 4, Rolling Bob. For Nintendo Switch, the Jackbox Party Pack 3 and Mr. Shifty. For Nintendo Wii U, Pick-a-Pix Color. For Nintendo 3DS, Scoopin' Birds, Pick-a-Pix Color, and Ascent of Kings. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And why are Sherlock Holmes's taxes so low? Because he's a master of deduction. Okay, so sorry if the camera moved there for the game releases. My camera died because of heat and whatnot. I only get about 30 minutes of recording out of it before I have to, like, shut it down, take a break. I actually switched the battery, too, just to make sure that I had enough battery to do anything because the battery's getting low. I am so happy I have 2 batteries. Oh, I'm probably going to order another one. So yeah, today's episode's covered a bunch of stuff, really. There's a bunch of little things, but that's the way it works sometimes. I'm so happy I've got the new, this format works out so much better just for the show in general, because I could just shove in whatever I want, and even if it is a bunch of little stuff, I don't have to go on and on about a bunch of little stuff, so that's cool. I don't think Jeff Kaplan should get any shit for what he said about Smurfs. I don't think Smurfs are really a problem. So what? Oh no! There's people with better skills than you at a video game. Oh no! Get good, mate. Get good, scrub. Just get good. Learn how to beat them. Get better than them. That should be your motivation. Is they're kicking your ass. That shouldn't get you off of the game. Oh, by the way, I've decided that I can't hear myself. When I'm doing the editing, I can't hear myself very well because I usually back up when I do the end card. I sit right against this. I don't know. I feel like I should dial back and relax a little bit while I'm doing this. That's why I do it. But I've also noticed that the sound isn't good, so I've moved the microphone closer so you get the mics in the shot. But this is just the end card anyway. So ukulele. I played ukulele yesterday. I played ukulele yesterday. Ooh, Jim Sterling's kind of right. At the most I can give the game right now, as it currently sits, is a 5 out of 10. Because it's not good. It's not It's not. It is everything that they said it would be. It's just a little maybe too much of that. A little too much of you know, the 90s platformer stuff. The camera angle, oh my gosh, the camera is the worst part about it. As you're walking around, the camera just takes over, and you know, I'm used to playing games, especially like I've been playing Zelda for the last 3 weeks, of where I can just move the camera wherever I want. It just, you know, it'll move slightly sometimes with me if I haven't touched it at all. But this game is constantly, this game, while I'm moving the camera, will move the camera a different way. So it just kind of jerks it around everywhere. The sound is good in certain places, but other places the sound is terrible. Like the way that people talk. Why isn't the game fully voice acted? They had $2 million, $2.5 million behind that thing. Why isn't it voice acted? You couldn't put voice act. You couldn't find 2 or 3 voice actors with $2.5 million. Aye. There are only, and on top of that, there are only 2 lines of text on the screen at any given time. Why? I understand that, you know, back in the Nintendo 64 era, each one of those things mattered. You can only have so much on screen. But nowadays, processing power is through the frickin' roof. You can't, you know, this game, sorry, Yooka-Laylee is not a big enough game to be testing the limits of hardware. It's not. It's a Unity engine game. It's pretty. It looks good. It looks alright, okay? The game visually is impressive. I do like it. It's bright, it's colorful. The first level that I played is really enjoyable. The puzzles are pretty basic. The enemy design's not very good. The character design is okay, but a lot of the like other characters that you meet that you get rewards from to solve puzzles for are crowbarred in. They're shoehorned in. They're just shoved. They're wedged in. However you want to describe it, they're just, yeah, here you go, right there. That's where you go. That's where that guy goes. Why is he there? Because that's where we fucking put him. That's not a good enough way to that's not a good enough way to justify a game like that. I've got 3 minutes left with my my end card. I don't know. Actually, it's not going to be a full 3 minutes. I just want to see how much I recorded. I didn't want to do too many recordings. It should be 4 for this. 4 takes for this show today. Yay. I don't know. I think I cannot recommend it to people. I cannot recommend Yooka-Laylee to people. I'm just like, if you don't mind all of these problems, go for it. It's alright. Like, we'll see. I want to play more of it before I have like a good, because I've heard the first level is the best. The levels after that are just really aren't that great. So if I can, excuse me, if I could try out the other levels and see if that's good, we'll see. I don't know. If they're bad, I'm giving the game a 4, maybe a 3, and I'm like, all right, well, that was interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna go edit the video and try more Yooka-Laylee. So go click over here click in the description for the social media links, which are over here: Twitch, YouTube, or Twitch, Face. You know what they are. Click over here to subscribe to my channel, and click over here to watch yesterday's episode where we talk about the Overwatch Uprising arcade mode that just came to Overwatch. It's quite fun, actually. It's pretty good. It's a PvE mode. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.